In this video, we'll be doing Frieren In minutes, where instead of me recapping it from episode 1 up into the latest episode, I'll be talking about episode 1 and then slightly talking about episode 25. Lately, I've seen a few new people on the channel that has been interested in the Frieren content I'm making. Deep thanks to all of the ones who enjoy it. So like the video if you like Frieren. Or don't? Yeah, I really don't care. Starting off with episode 1, we have a group of adventurers who recently saved mankind from evil and was later proclaimed as heroes and made everything sunshines and happiness. Also, I'm talking about them defeating the Demon King, if you didn't notice. This actually starts off afterwards of the battle with them fighting the Demon King, so don't expect no full boss fight episode 1, okay? They make it back into town safely and is quickly rewarded with praise and salute by the people for their victory. They celebrate this victory of defeating the Demon King by having a time of their lives by eating and drinking. You know how most celebrations are. By the way, the names of the heroes are Himu, Priest Heiter, Mage Frieren, and Warrior Aizen. 2 minutes later, they start to discuss and reminisce all the good memories over the years since it'll be their last time as adventurers together. I mean, I can't blame them. Like, they literally defeated the Demon King. What is there left to do? So they start to talk about all the grateful and good moments they had in a group together. Then we see a shooting star, which in most cases means make a wish, but I guess to Frieren, the view was bad.
The view from inside the city isn't very good.
I'm trying to have a moment here.
So she insisted that she'll take them in a better spot in 50 years so they can have the best view before their last moments. So since Frieren is an elf mage and elves live up to like 1,000 years, 50 years is like a long nap to her. Frieren hooks up with the game to part ways for the final time, and to be honest, she left fast as hell, I'm not gonna lie, no f***s given. She then goes on her own adventure for the next 100 years and does her own thing. And I have to respect her decision because like just because they're parting ways does not mean she has to stop living her life, you know what I'm saying? So 50 years passed since the parting of the heroes who saved the world, and Frieren is of course going to keep her promise and show everyone a better view of the shooting stars, but before that, she checked up on Himmel first, since she gave him something to hold on to over the years. And when she saw him, it wasn't the Himmel that we thought it was gonna be.
Frieren?
Himmel, is that... You're near ancient.
So even Frieren is surprised that he aged that much, but I mean, come on, elves can't age, so is it really surprising her? So she acquires the item that he was holding on to for her, and it turns out to be this freaky looking horn that's gonna be used for a spell, it seems. At this point, they gather up with one another and they all meet for the last time before their journey ends. Himmel was certainly the one who aged the most, so you can tell who's gonna be out first. They travel and have a little more fun before it all comes to an end, and as promised, Frieren brings the gang to see the best view possible. And they all sit and stare at the stars to learn and appreciate life. Himmel's death. Now, this hit the group very hard as he was a major impact to them and meant a lot to the town and the village that he saved along with the other heroes. I mean, it even made Frieren cry. Frieren doesn't even cry. It was one thing that had them feel bad about it, but mostly the priest and Aizen were more grateful to have him there than not have him there at all. It really made Frieren appreciate life more too, and so Heiter and the priest and Aizen the warrior got old enough and stopped adventuring as well. Frieren later goes on to continue her travels around the world, and of course she finds herself lost. Are you retarded? Found by a young mage in training, this young mage helps out Frieren, only to find out that it was someone accompanying Heiter. Turns out it was this girl named Fern he basically looked after, since she was orphaned by the wars in the southern land, and that doesn't matter right now, so don't think too deep about it, just know he basically adopted her. Turns out she also likes magic and wants to get better at it, so Frieren agrees to help her even after declining to take her as a pupil. Episode 1 ends with a soothing outro.
And you alright? Can you hear me?
Episode 25 was peak, so we have Frieren and Fern in this dungeon planning to clear it, but in order to do that they need to fight the shadow clone of Frieren. So they all begin to talk about the ways they can defeat Frieren, or a shadow clone as I stated before, and this is when Fern volunteers to take on Frieren herself. So they finalize the plan that they seek to clear the dungeon, and so they head into it, and it goes fucking stupid. Like, everything in this fight was gas. It was so good it got me shaking at. Animation had me curling, the calm Frieren voice acting had me busting, and then the good backstory of an elf who lived longer than Frieren and who was actually Frieren's master. Well, master. To sum it up without talking too much about spoilers, they have this chat about humans using magic in the near future and how it seems strange, but Frieren has always been so excited to see magic, so the thought of everybody using magic in the near future was so exciting to her and she didn't mind it. And so that was Frieren In minutes. I'm still kinda sick by the way, so have a good day.